Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my case clicker videos. This video is different than the other videos I have made in regards to case clicker in different ways that I'm going to be explaining now. First and foremost, this here is the first episode of a video series that I am making in case clicker, where I am starting from scratch on an iPad, showing every single second of the game. There are going to be no items here that are not earned while playing that you can find in the video. There are going to be no upgrades, no unlocks, no collections. Everything that happens in this series is going to be recorded for reference. And why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I am so blessed, so amazed, so honored by all of you that have come to my channel to watch my videos, and a great deal of you are relatively new to case clicker, and that also means there are questions about the early game that I cannot answer because it has been too long since I played the early game. I don't remember when I unlocked this particular thing. Things that are super important when you start playing that I just can't really remember how I did, how is it most effective, how long time does it take, all that stuff. This video series is meant as an explanation, a guide, a show of how to. I suggest you do it. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. So I have hijacked my daughter's iPad. It's here. It's pink in all its glory, and this is what I'm going to be playing on. This is what I'm going to be tapping on, and this video setup is what I'm going to try to maintain so that you can see me tapping whenever that is being done. I'm recording it on my computer while playing on the iPad, meaning that I can have my mouse in the screen area. But that is not because I'm playing on the computer, but because I'm recording it there, and I also have a video demonstrating how that is done if you are interested. So that was talking. Now it's time for action, and let's jump into it really. One of the things I noted right away is that the iPad version mirrors differently to the screen than the iPhone version. It is more compact, and that means it doesn't match up with my screen layout, and therefore also not with most YouTube videos, so I was not prepared for that. I have some space that I don't know what to do with, but I can be here without overlapping the game, and I do like that, so that you can see the rank, the level of the account, all that stuff. It also means that I have an area below me where I can put in other type of information. Right now the first thing that came to mind was some of my newer case clicker videos, but I may use those for other things in the future. Questions, comments, different things that I think could be useful. Highlighting some of you amazing guys that have been helping so much out, answering questions, giving me feedback and stuff like that. If you guys feel like you want to shout out stuff like that, this is also a place where I could be doing that, also with annotations to your accounts and all that kind of stuff, because all you guys that watch, comment, enjoy, you are the ones making all this happen. And yeah, if I can help back in any way, that's also something I want to do. But that's me talking, and I could go on forever. This is a new account. Case clicker just started. I'm gonna be using my mouse to point in the game because I can't do that with my finger. So we have our starting account balance, getting 1 cent per tap, 1% per tap on the search, and we have dailies that I won't be getting in. I may get them, but I will be pausing during the video. I don't want to showcase advertising videos in a game, blah blah blah. So let's look at things here. Statistics. Total money gained, nothing. It's all blank. Nothing has been done here yet. So that should pretty much like solidify the fact that we are starting pretty much from scratch here. So what is the first thing you want to do? You want to grab a free weapon if you have one, and I just happen to have that, so that is pretty nice. You're getting an achievement. It is worth some kind of money. Whether or not it is worth getting yet is something we're going to look into. But first things first, let's check out missions. Unlock 3 achievements. Good times. So let's click the logo. That's the one up here. Let's click the thing down here. Okay. So we completed our very first mission. That was nice. The next one is earn $3. We're gonna do that as well. But we're getting some money here, as you can see, and I wasn't sure whether or not that would reflect on our actual mission, but it does not look as if it is. But we are getting money now for doing absolutely nothing, and we haven't even claimed our achievements yet. So I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. 10 in the wallet. Okay, it's just going ballistic with all of the things we did by clicking 3 times in the game. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. The left to earn here says nothing about you having to click, which then brings us to the achievements. Let's see what kind of rewards we get for claiming an achievement. 0.27. This increases with your rank, but for now, let us get this free money lying here, so that we don't need to click that much right now. We're also going to go into the settings, going to remove sounds, because that gives us an achievement. Then we are going to enable it again, because I like having it there. You can click to like the Facebook fan page. I'm not going to do that because it's going to jump into the browser, stuff like that. That is also an achievement. You can click the version number, which is also an achievement. Yeah. I'm going through this slowly. I could do this like ninja fast, but I want everybody to be, and I don't mean you guys are slow, it's just if you're trying to mirror it on your own device, it may take some time. So we're going to go back into missions, and we are going to click here. Where is it? Okay, in this area down here. Then you also get an achievement. So going back into our achievements, and we get more of this free money. So all good. We should have completed our mission now. I think so anyway. Let's see if we get some free money for doing that as well. So this is stuff you can do much faster than what I'm doing here, and it is, yeah, mission completed. Much more viable way to start up the game than by going nuts with your fingers, and it is not in any way cheating or exploiting or anything else like that. So let's go back to the missions. Open 4 sticker capsules. Well, that may be interesting for us. Let us hit click here. We almost have $20. Let's check out cases and see if we have any sticker capsules. We do, and they cost 10 cents each. So opening 4 of these is going to be cheaper than what we get as a reward. So let's do that. We do need the key. That's gonna make it more expensive. But we're probably gonna be working towards an achievement. We're going to be ranking up, which is good. So achievement unlocked, magic key. Let's open the capsule. First capsule, another achievement. As you can see, the start of the game here, you have a lot of achievements that can help you going, so don't go nuts clicking right away. Goodie. Let's grab another. You can actually open 10 of these, I think, for another achievement, but that is pushing it, and because the keys are expensive. But we are getting items, so that was number 2. And number 3. Cheers, guys. And number 4, mission completed. Good times. So yeah, we get 210, which is lower than the $4 we spent. We did get some achievements in the process, so it's a pretty decent deal. I think so, anyway. So we almost have our actual rank here, all the way to the top. We are missing 31 experience points, and we're going to get those when we claim our next achievement. So let's get the rewards here. That should rank us up. Sorry guys. Ranking up means bonus loot, and it means we get more money for getting our achievement rewards in the future. So let us go into missions and get our reward. This is gonna be an item from one of the souvenirs. This one, the Lake Collection, meaning that it's worth nothing, but it's free, so that's good. Great stuff. So just going back into the achievements to claim the rest here. Just like that. So now we're in business. This is pretty much the getting started start, I think so. We have $18.68, and I would say normally if you remember what to do and you just ninja it, it's gonna be done pretty fast. So let's go into the upgrades and see what we have to work with here. We have almost nothing, which is because we haven't opened any cases yet. So the first thing we want to do is to open cases, and that is because we want to get more value when we click, and we want to unlock new things. So we need to open 5 cases to get the Untold Core I2. We need to open 1 to increase our tap value. So let us start by doing that. We could buy this with our money, but we're just gonna click it. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to be clicking with 1 finger here and 1 here. I could go 2 fingers here, 2 there. Let's do that, just because we can, really. Okay, I can go 4 since it's an iPad. I can only really go 2 on the iPhone. So okay, we completed the mission. I forgot to see our new mission, so that's free money. Good times. Whoops. Yeah, this is my daughter's iPad, so I'm not sure what's going on it really, but sorry guys. Recording every second and all that, and now it is completely bugging for me. Come on, what's going on? What's going on here? Really? When I'm trying to record it, that was not intended. But we are back now. Sorry for that. So we did lose a few seconds of game time, and in that process we got the Case Tapper 1 achievement and more money. So we also got our first random case, and since we only have 1 case, the breakout, we are going to be getting a breakout case, but we do get the fancy animation, so yay. We're just going to open this very first one right away. Where are you hiding, Mr. Breakout? There. Buying a key and opening the case. First case, another achievement. Of course I need to go in again and check the missions. The missions are quite important at the early game because you get so much money compared to the effort. Once you go higher up and you have thousands, it doesn't really matter that you're going to be getting $2 for completing a level. But we got an item there. Unlock 3 achievements, okay, so. But we did unlock our more cash upgrade. I'm just going to move this down in the corner. My daughter uses that when she does things, so I can't really remove it, but increasing our per tap value, another achievement. Yeah, that's how it is. The next thing we want really is this one down here for $3, more cash 2, so now we're getting even more when we tap, and then we get more cash 3, which we also want to buy right away, just like that. So that was the first 3 income per tap upgrades that we now have. We still need to open another 4 cases to be able to do Cash Machine 1. So let's pretty much just do that, and one achievement, yeah. So once again, I'm going to be double tapping here, hoping not to go out of the game, multi-tapping really. I'm sorry guys, I don't know what's going on here. I guess that if nothing else guys, this is a pretty good demonstration of why I normally don't try to use too many fingers at a time, but we completed the mission because once again we unlocked another achievement. So let's just look into that. Open 4 cases is now our next mission, and that is good because we need to do that in order to get the next upgrade. So that goes very well hand in hand. So the achievement we have here is for tapping 100 times on the coin. I'm not going to claim these achievements because 1, we don't need the money right now, and 2, if the next mission is something related to getting money or something like that, we can do it faster by getting these rewards. So I got a little scared now after 2 times going out of the game by trying to multi-tap, so I'm just going to do as I do on my iPhone, that is use 2 fingers, where 1 is on the coin and 1 is on the case, and it's going to be slower this way, but okay, I'm going to try 3 fingers. No, I'm going to do 2. Just going to do 2. You can upgrade your search progress. I'm not going to do that. You can upgrade your per second. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because it's completely waste. I think the only reason those things exist, the search progress, I may be able to justify by people that don't want to spend money on cases, but they and they don't like to tap, meaning that why will you play this game? But that's besides the point. As you can see, achievements are just rolling in now, so that is nice, but we're going to look more into those once we have completed our mission and gotten our upgrade. So 2 cases left here, and I'm just doing this so that I'm getting a little money, and just a little money per time. $10 here. So achievements rolling in all the time in the early game, and that's nice. It's free money, it's easy money, and it really means you don't really need to click that much in order to get started with Case Clicker. You can just start clicking right away, definitely don't need to, but you're going to need to at some point, I think. So getting the 4th case here, and then we're going to be spending $4 on keys, not $4, $10 on keys. Another achievement. Oh goody. So if you have been looking at the amount of money I get per tapping compared to the amount of time it takes to get a case, I'm not earning $2.50, and that is why you don't need to upgrade your search amount, because you get money already so much slower than you get cases. So you don't need to get cases faster, you only need more money, period. I can't say it in any other way. It's that's just how it is. So we're gonna do the 4 cases here, meaning that we will have the 5 cases open. We can get more per tap, we can upgrade depending on how much money we have left. We're getting some different items here, and we're not going to be selling items and things like that, because we're going to be working towards completing the breakout case collection, because that is going to give us, even though it is a very low value, it is going to give us free cases, and we need cases to progress in the game. So yeah, that's really what that is about. 10 in equipment, more achievements, they're just like rolling in. Mission completed, more money, more experience. Easy starting progression here. This is not where it's hard. Oh goody. So going back into the missions here, our mission is earn 10, and apparently we need to earn more than 10 to reach that, but this is good because we now have all of this free money to start out with. So we're just gonna be grabbing all these. They're only about half $1 each, but it is more than nothing, right? So more experience as well. We're looking here, we're now down to 632 in earnings. I want the mission completed. That is actually kind of important, I think, anyway. So we're going to get more per tap by getting this upgrade here for $1. Is there anything else important right now? Silver 2, that is important. Critical chance, it is important, but not that important. More cash 4, that is important. We only have $11, so we can use that on the more cash 4, or we can use it on the silver. And we're gonna use it on the more cash 4 because, not because it gave us an achievement really, but upgrading to silver 2 will give us more upgrades that then require more money. So in that, it is not going to be a direct upgrade as this is, and we do need to click more to complete the mission. We need to earn 585 more. So let's go in and do that. Really gonna be turning the iPad like this, and then I'm just gonna start clicking. As you can see, money is not coming in that fast, but it's acceptable, I think, anyway. And this is just the tip of the iceberg in regard to the amount of money that we need. So now that I am clicking, I'm going to go in here, check out the mission, tap 1,000 times. Good. So I could have just continued, but how could I know that this was how it would be? But it gives us a chance to go in and buy the silver 2 because it's only $2, and then we can see, do we get more upgrades right now for tapping, because we're going to be tapping 1,000 times. So do we have anything more here? Yes, we have the lucky coin. It's a very small increase per tap, but it all adds up, so we're going to grab that. 8 cases needed for the next upgrade, and $5 in order to get the power crystal. That also gives us more money. So let's see if we can get $5. Yes, we could. So let's just grab that right away. Boom. So this was very nice. And why was that very nice? It was very nice because, oh, we have one there. Yeah, 12 cases. Tapping 1,000 times, we're probably gonna do more than that now, and that is because there are achievements and upgrades related to building up your combo. So what I want to do now with my 2 fingers here is to build up the game combo. This is going to take some time because it is clicking and we have no combo bonuses that really make it faster for us to build up the combo. So as you can see now, we're at almost at 120, and we start at 1. So this is a 0.20 combo, and I'm going to build this up all the way to 5 right now, and that is really because I want to build up a little more money for the cases we need to the future upgrades, because money is better earned on a streak. The hard part here is clicking enough for you to have the multiplier and then earn money afterwards. So I'm just gonna pretty much click for a while now. This is the part where I start clicking in the game, more than just, So we have the first combo achievement and several criticals, completed our 1,000 clicks there, but that only gave us 0.58 in combo, and we don't need to, but I want to go all the way higher. We're getting all these achievements now for clicking a lot, and the ones related to that, combo, money, all that stuff, and that is good. So we're building up a small account balance so that we can start opening some cases after this and progressing further in the game. And that was why I was focused really on getting the per tab upgrades, because even though we're talking about 0.0001 and stuff like that, once you do it a few thousand times and you get a 5x combo, it adds up. And all those bits and bytes, they are the ones that are going to help us progress faster in the game. So we didn't click a lot to start with, even though it may seem like you need to start by clicking, but right now we've reached the point where we're going to start clicking. Well, I am anyway. So this is, as you can see, I built up a 1x combo now. I'm at 2x and some, but I started at 1. So it's going to take some time, but I do feel like if you are not into clicking, this is not the game for you. And this is me clicking up the combos. Got some comments about my clicking speed and in relation to how fast some of you guys click, and this is the speed I click at. And the combo is building up slower here than on my iPhone because I don't have the upgrades that speed it up. So it may be more in line with what you guys see, again depending on what you have reached in the game. So getting another achievement here. That wasn't the one I was looking for. It was the one for a 2.5 combo, but that one was nice as well. There we have it. We can only go to 5x right now. You get upgrades once you reach, I think it's the Global Elite, to go up to 10x, but that is quite a bit into the future. So we are not going to be getting that today. But I'm going to try to make sure it doesn't take too long. If you guys have questions about the game, like from the point I have reached here and forward, leave them as comments please, so that I can include answers, try to find answers, focus on specific areas. That's really the only way for me to answer if you have questions, or at least to demonstrate. I mean, I can answer questions written to any of my videos, but if you would like something demonstrated, then it's easier if I know it before recording. I could go with 2 fingers on the search progress as well, but I can only have 1 case in queue there, so once it reaches 100x it's pretty pointless. So I'm not going to waste any resources on doing that. I'm just going to be clicking here, getting some money, reach the 5x and possibly do a little more, just so that we are ahead money-wise. And that is because, like I said, once you reach the 5x, that's where you get your max money at this part in the game anyway. So spending the time on getting to it and then not really benefiting from it seems a little silly in terms of words that come into mind. You can swap hands if you want. You can twist things, turn things, but you need to keep the click going. If you stop clicking, the multiplier goes away. If you close down the program, if you, I don't know, whatever you could come to do really when you are playing, if you stop clicking, you stop earning, and you reset the time really. That you need to invest in doing this, so that is pretty silly. It's better to click, I think, for longer time, fewer times, than a lot of times for less. So if you need a break, you can go like this, and you can drink some coffee. You can talk on the phone, spin your phone, do anything you want. You can try to practice tapping faster with your other hand if you're into that stuff. And then once you have your breath again, or relaxed your fingers, then you can go nuts with whichever hand is your preferred. For me it's right, but that's not the same for everyone, of course. And if you have, like I'm clicking with 2 fingers now while tapping, of course you can do this twice as fast if you're doing this with 4 fingers. But it went a little crazy for me when I tried it here, even though I have lots of room to do it on the iPad. And I would do it if I were playing and not recording. I would figure out a way to do it if I have to. I don't know if you have to lock rotation or something, but since I am recording, I don't want to be jumping into my daughter's YouTube kid movie things and Barbie games and whatever is going on all the time. Okay, I admit it, I enjoy them as well, but besides that, I want to keep focus on this game when I'm playing this game. So almost at the 5x multiplier here, and as you can see we almost have 300 bucks, and I don't have a sense of time in regards to how much time I have been spending on tapping here. When I made a clicking video to show what kind of time it took me to get 10,000, I had a timer which made it visible for me as well, and that is not necessarily a good thing, because it also gives you a point where you feel like I need to stop now, and I don't really have that. I can just go on and on and on. So I am thinking that I need to benefit just a little bit from being at the 5x, but I also don't want to. Yeah, this is hard for me really, because normally I would pause the recording and I would click until I had the amount of money that I want to have, but at the same time now I pretty much want to show you guys the entire game process, which also means a lot of grinding, like what I pretty much want to do now, because I have been spending the time soon anyway on getting up to the 5x. So I guess I'm going to be clicking a little bit more than that. You guys can do it like differently if you want to, or not click this much, or wait until you get just a little more per tap. There are no rules about how to do this. This is my example of playing the game and progressing in it. So we got the combo master there, and I have what, 395, yeah. So almost 400. Part of me really wants to go to 1,000. Part of me really wants to go to at least 1,000, which is the amount needed for the jackpot. But there is another even more important value that is worth considering. And that is 3,500, which is just about the amount you need in order to buy keys for the 1,500 cases you need to reach the global elite, because I would take the straight path. What I would do is to spend the minimum amount of time and resources on anything besides going directly towards the global elite, because that is where it happens. That is where you have all the options. You can unlock all the upgrades, you can do all the fun things in the game, and you can skip everything else, so you can focus on doing the things in the game you think is funny. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm not going to be grinding 4,000 right now with the 5x multiplier and this low an income, but I will do it at some point, but I'm going to take it in bites really. So I am going to go up to 750 for now. so that we can progress a little more in the game, opening cases, unlocking new levels, just really move a bit more forward so that we get even more per tap. And then probably in the next video I will leap from there to the global elite in terms of money, not necessarily in terms of or anything else, not necessarily in terms of unlocking all of the cases, because as you can as you can guess, opening 1,000 cases or 1,500 is going to take a great deal of time, and I'm not sure I can even record that many in one go, but I'll take it as it comes. It also depends on how many I'm going to be opening in this video, which relates back to how much does it cost to upgrade the different things, and that is what we're going to be looking at once I have $750 in the game here, because I feel that's a nice amount, really. And I also need to stop somewhere. I think 1,000 is a better amount, but it would have no end. If I go to 1,000, then I would be like, I've done a third of the amount of money I need for keys to the global elite. Let me just trailblaze through it. And I don't think it is realistic for the majority of players to click that much, really. But I do think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that if you are playing the game and you decide to like follow the steps I've done here, you can like see the amount of time that I'm using on this, and you can probably do it twice as fast, because you can perhaps click with 4 fingers, or perhaps you can just do it at the same speed, and then you can see, okay, I need to do, I don't know, half an hour, whatever it is, once, and then I have all the money I need in order to reach this and this point in the game, which you will be able to see after I have bought the upgrades. And that is the fastest you can do it. You can't get money faster than what I'm doing right now. You could decide to open a few more cases, get a few more cents, and then go on the same click streak, but it is not going to be a game-changing amount. You get more that will significantly reduce the amount of time you need to spend clicking. I mean, earning with the multiplier, that is the fastest you can get money in this game, especially because you have no trading options and you have no jackpot that you can win or lose items on. So there are no other options for you to get money. If you go with the passives, the per second things, it's going to take you days to get the same money. So this is, in my opinion, the way to do it. And if you can go even further than I am, but a lot of people don't like clicking for that long, but do yourself a favor, go 5x, and each time you click past that, remember, this is the most money you're going to be getting because you're at the max multiplier. So yeah, I talk a lot. That's one of the things I do. Going into missions here. Oh, we have a free weapon, let's grab that. Stat track, another achievement. Open 4 sticker capsules. Cheers, guys. I want to do that. I'm going to do that. But if you look at our actual rank, you can see that we are 100. No, that's a lie. 215 experience points from ranking up. If we open the sticker capsules, we get 500 experience points, and we're then going to be at 0 experience points in the next rank. So what I'm going to do is that I am, look at all these achievements we got, going to get 2 of these. Sorry guys, that is enough experience for us to rank up. Come on, bring it, bring it. Really? Are you not going to bring it? Did I say one more? Midnight math, it's not you can see how I unlock upgrades here, like the money printer. You want that. So once again, ranking up gives us a free item, this time from the Inferno collection. And you can get crazy pants in these. I mean, you can get a Dragon Lore once you reach the Cobblestone Collection, so it's not useless to do this. Not at all, especially not. We don't have trading on iOS now, but once you get trading, if you get something valuable here, you can trade it to other players for things that you may have more useful. So I think it's super important. Open for capsules. Yes, I'm going to do that first. Here. And why am I doing that? They are pretty much worthless, yada yada yada. Yeah, and then again, not really. There are achievements related to it. There is a collection thing. It is part of the progression, and it is a very cheap thing to do, and we do have a great deal of money. So it is a good thing to... I think it's a good thing to keep your rank moving up as you progress, and not just your account status as in silver, global elite, all that stuff. Holo sticker. See, break even and earn money. So there we completed our mission, which is good. It's easy money. And what do we have then? Open 4 cases. See how nicely that goes hand in hand. We're just about to open cases now. So if we go into the upgrades, let's just look at what we have. Random skins per second. Useless, useless, useless. Useless, useless. Pretty useless. Golden tap power. Yes. More money. Money printer, that's a per second thing. We're not gonna grab it. Sorry guys, it's when I've been talking too much, and I do that all the time when I record. I get to cough all the time. So anything here you're wondering why I'm not getting, there is a good explanation. I'm not buying / unlocking new cases because I want to complete the breakout collection first and then be done with it, move on, get the rewards. Not buying the per second things because it's useless. It gives no value whatsoever unless you look at it in like a month's perspective or you want to cheat. I'm not getting anything related to searching because getting cases is already too easy compared to getting money. Stat track is super important, but it is pretty crappily useless in the first cases. More knives, I'm going to get that. Critical chance, I'm going to get that, because that affects directly the money we earn. Critical chance, again, I'm going to get that, because we are going to be tapping more. End of story. Falcon case, we're not going to be doing that yet. So critical chance 3. This is where things start to be like, do I want to do this? Yes, but not necessarily right now. We need to see what we get for our money first, really. So that was my thoughts about the different things here. Once again, I am splitting up my fingers between the two because getting a case is so fast. I might as well get the few cents extra on the money. I don't need to save up 3 seconds getting the case faster by doing 2 fingers. And we're going to be getting 4 cases because that is our mission. We could just get all that we need right now, but if we get some kind of other mission that makes something else a little more interesting to do in terms of progression, I want to do that first so that I may get another open cases mission that I can then complete. So I keep that in mind all the time because it gives me a free item roll when I rank up. It gives me $2. And you may be wondering, why do you care about $2? You have more than 700. Because it all adds up all the time. All the TDBD tiny bits, they all add up all the time. I haven't gotten the achievement rewards because they are worth more when I rank up. And if I get a mission to earn some kind of money, I would rather use the achievements, go ding 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 ding, completed, move on. That's how I think about it. So let's see if we have our 4 here, or I completely miscalculated things. Where are you hiding? There. Okay, need one more. I lost track. That's because I talk too much. But I am what I am, and I am a talker. Even when I'm just talking with nobody else in the room. Oh yeah. Oh, breakout case. Lucky. Goodie. So let's go open 4 cases. Just like that. And hopefully get a knife. I mean, we need one of each now, including the Asimov. So I wouldn't mind that. Cheers, guys. No. Give me the Asimov already. Will make it so much easier for the rest of the game if we just get it right away. The first red. Boom. Bring it. Now, okay. Blues in a row. See, again, more achievements now that we're starting doing the case thing. There are also achievements for getting pinks in a row and all sorts of stuff, really. Also missions for getting pinks, so. And for having enough stat track. So tap 3,000 times. You guys may not be that into that, but I am. But let's see what we have here first. We now have the Silver 3 upgrade, which is good. Sorry. Same thing, same explanation. I'm going to get that. And what does that give us? Nothing. Nothing related to the things that are interesting. Cash machine, stuff like that. The passive money that is completely useless in this game. We need to open 3 cases to do the core there. And we need to do 6 cases for the Silver 3. So we are just going to do 6 cases. That is really because if we're going to be clicking 3,000 times, that's really not that much. So it's not worth building up a combo on. You may disagree if you think 3,000 times is a lot, but I think 3,000 clicks is very little. So it's better just to use them to farm the things that allow us to progress instead. And as you can see, getting the case tappers, because we haven't been tapping that much on the case because we don't need to do that. But we're just going to be getting our mission completed by tapping on the coin and the case. It's gonna take 3,000 times. Then we're going to have at least enough cases for us to unlock the next stuff. We may go even higher than that. I expect us to. Possibly all the way up to the 20, but let's see. I don't know if it really counts both the search tab and the money tab. It should when it just says click, but yeah, I'm not gonna be checking out the statistics on that because I mean it's such a short window of time in the overall game. It doesn't really matter that much. I think so anyway. Boom. I forgot really to look at myself at the iPhone, not the iPhone, the iPad, to see if you could actually see me playing, but I can see now that you can. That was my intention, that you should be able to also see the iPad and me using it throughout the entire series, and that's really because it is so silly having to answer comments about Do You Cheat all the time just because I like clicking instead of hating it. Like, it seems as if some of the players that that comment really don't like clicking, and I have a very, very, very clear opinion about that. If you don't like clicking, then don't click. A lot of people also write to me, almost like they don't like saying that they change the time on their device, or they do some other kind of things to progress in the game, and I have the same opinion about that. If that is what makes the game fun for you, then do that. This is a game and it's about having fun. Do the things you need to do or want to do to make the game the most fun for you. It's entertainment, it's about having a blast. If what you like is exploring the case openings, then, do whatever it takes for you to do that. I just really have one request, almost me begging. When I get trading on iOS, and if I can trade with you, I would love to trade items to you, but please let me know if you want to offer me items from an account where you have done that, because I don't want to accept them. So I don't mind trading stuff away, but I'm not interested in obtaining items that have been gained in that way. Because if I just wanted items gained that way, I could take, if you guys have seen my Android video about how to cheat in the game, I could just farm something there, let the computer grab 200,000 overnight, or open 5,000 cases or capsules and trade myself the good stuff. So I'm not interested in that kind of items, but I see no less. I don't mind people do it, and it doesn't affect how I think about the players or the game. I just like the feeling about the items that I have in my inventory having been earned in this way, the way that I am also playing the game, because that is what I can relate to, and that is how the game has value for me. So that is pretty much all I want to say about that in this video series at all, I hope, because it's a bombing thing to talk about. But main point is, do whatever makes the game fun for you, but try not to ruin the fun for others. That's like my key point. So anyway, that was that. And as you can see, we have been getting more than 6 cases by doing these 3,000 taps. So this is like doing 2 things at a time, completing the mission while obtaining the cases. We have not opened them yet, and that's on purpose. It's going to take the same time to obtain these cases no matter when we do it. So there is no reason to start opening them now, because the next mission could be open 5 cases or something. So that is why I am splitting things up a little, trying to do things so that there are possibilities for things to work together or overlap, or however you want to look at it, really. And as you can see, the amount of money we're getting for tapping now, it is not adding up to the value we need to open the cases. So if you go like this, you're going to be having a lot more cases than you can afford to open, meaning that it's a very nice thing to have a lot of money, because you do need to open them. So there we completed the mission. Let's see what it is. The next one, earn 40 bucks. Goodie. Let's do that. "21 achievements. Almost half the mission. So yeah, I like that. And since we're on a streak here, I'm thinking about getting the remaining money the slow way. Let's see how many cases we have. 15. Let me just see how much money we get by getting a case. Oh, this is actually not bad with the very low percentage. I think I'm just going to earn the remaining $24 while farming breakout cases. It's a slow way to do it, but it ensures that we have a huge amount of cases that we can open afterwards, and that is then going to trailblaze us pretty much past the next couple of upgrades, really. Because it does come down to cases in the end, at least because you need 1500. It's 1400 right now. It's going to be 1500 after the upgrade. Grab the achievement here, goodie. Just because it's easy money and also experience. I'm not sure how noisy the tapping is in regards to the audio. I didn't really consider that till I heard how much I'm doing the drum roll, really. I can't really do it much more quietly, really. I could cover up the area, but so if it is crazy loud and you are unable to enjoy the video because of that, I hope you are going to leave a comment about it before me even saying that at the start, when you're like, I don't want to see this junk. Your tapping noise is too loud, then I may change things up in the future. Try to find a way that I can tap the iPad and record it at the same time without the noise being too loud. Or perhaps I'll just go without talking, really, and put in background music, but then it's a little hard to explain why I'm doing the things that I do, because even though you may not agree with them, it's also a bit hard to disagree or understand or see other options if you don't know why things are being done as they are. So that's why I really do talk a lot when I record these videos, and it's not just because I like my own voice. It's trying to add meaning to what I am doing, hoping that it will help someone at some point watching the video, because that is what it's all about. Especially in this series here, where I'm but where I'm going to pretty much record every second of the game, unless really the few seconds where we ran out of the game because I tried to click with 8 fingers at a time. But yeah, been there, done that. It's so interesting getting all these breakout cases. What is the next gonna be? 15,000 times on the coin. Shouldn't we be done with the mission soon? 40 experience points. So it would be nice to actually get an achievement rather than complete the mission, because we would be wasting more than 400 experience points if we get the mission instead of an achievement, and that is also worth thinking about. But luckily, one of the many things they made smart in this game is this here. You can see your achievement options. So 10 souvenirs, 25 missions, watch an ad, case addict, okay, case master, case opener, 10 cases. How many cases have we opened? Bought capsules. Seriously? Where are the cases? Yeah, I figured it was 9. That was why I wanted to look. So let us exactly get this and then grab the achievement to rank up instead of the mission. Then we get full value for the mission experience once we do that. Purples in a row, goody. So let's just grab one of these and boom. 129, rank up. Search bar upgrade, again, completely useless. Community capsules too. That's a new thing you can complete, so that's nice. And rank up. And even more nice is getting something from the Italy collection, even though that collection, not that expensive, but that's besides the point. P2000. So now we can freely click, and we need to earn 411. So I just need to brew some more coffee before continuing. Righty, so I took a break and everything should look exactly as it did before. You should pretty much only have seen a change in my video area, and that is because we have nothing per second. So that is really the cool way also about doing a video like this, where everything is being recorded with nothing per second. But anyway, we get a free weapon down here, I can see, so let's grab that. More stat tracks and another achievement. So instead of tapping, let us grab these two like that. Not because I mind the tapping, just because it's easy. So we should be closing in. Okay, another upgrade there. Another achievement. They're just flooding in. The first few hours you play, it's cake time really. So this should probably be like the last we need to do for the mission. There we have it, but I'm gonna grab the case at least. And even though I like clicking, I hope to not see a clicking mission now, because I want to go into the case openings now and progress a little there. So the mission can be a little stressful if you want to keep focusing on it, and I do feel that is a good way to play the game. So now we have capsules and they're going to wait. So any new upgrades we want to have. Nope. None of what has been added is of interest right now. So we have 25 cases, and just going to go into the shop here. No, there. And okay, this would have been, you know what, this is not faster, don't do that. I just wanted to buy the keys because that's how I normally play it on my iPhone, but we just gotta do them one at a time here. And obviously what I am hoping for besides the knife is the Asimov, so that we can get the 25 in equipment. Another achievement, yay. If we click on the case, the image of the case, we get up the collection. Here we can see what items we have from this collection. We have opened 11 cases, and we can see what we own and what we don't own. And we don't sell anything until we have it all. You could sell the things you have duplicates of. I just like keeping it until we're done, because it's like no money at all. And once we have it completed, we get 1,000 experience points and we get 50 cases. So that's very nice, and that's why I like keeping focus on as few cases as possible at a time, instead of unlocking new cases that may have more interesting gear or skins. This is also nice in terms of progression and making sure you get your free cases if progression is your goal. And even though I want to showcase all of the different aspects of the game, I want to do it based on how I see the game played like smartest, which is grabbing all this stuff first, going high, and then, I mean, it also means I want to show you guys all the upgrades. Ooh, 157, that's value. The unlocker, the red one. Yeah, I like that. And a stat track. Wow, that was nice. So one version I could have done this video was to buy every upgrade once I unlocked it, so that you could see it in effect, but you do see them when they are made available, just as the achievements they come up. And a lot of these upgrades are pretty useless, but like you could see that we unlock the community capsules when ranking up and stuff like that. But buying them and focusing on them now is not really a priority, but I do feel it is nice to know when they do unlock if you do want to get the collection, because if you haven't been focusing on ranking up at all, there are going to be a lot of options you don't have in the game, and even though some of them seem completely useless, like having 110% in the search bar, why would you want that? But if you do want that, or if they make it a little more meaningful to have it at some point somehow in the game, then you may really feel a need to look into when you get it. The pink one. So we got the red one before the pink one. Oh goody. But that was getting a knife at the same time, so it's not one of the actual red ones, but yeah. I do have some connection issues sometimes between devices and my computer. With my iPhone I could twist and hold things sometimes in the air and it would be better. I'm not going to do that with my daughter's iPad, because one, it's less handy, meaning that it's super difficult to hold it up here and play on it, and I don't want to, worst case scenario, drop her iPad, because I know who has to pay for a new one, and that someone is a student on a tight budget, so. Oh goody. Oh, you can give me more knives? You can give me more knives, that would be okay. I'm really enjoying being at the case opening part of the game now. That is really the part I find the most entertaining. So, pinks in a row. This in the row stuff does not mean you open them in the row. It just means I have two now. It doesn't mean that I open them after each other, which is a bit of a shame because the other would be more of an achievement. But yeah. And I don't know if that is like a bug or if it is intended to be that way. If it is a row in the collection it is referring to. But yeah. Use key. Use key. Do it. Yeah, no. Oh, really? So I get the feeling, based on the recording data that says about 2 gigabytes, that this is closing in on being 2 hours. Meaning that I think it's large enough of a chunk for you guys to digest in one go if you are new to the game. And I know you guys can pause the video and start it again and stuff like that. And I am really in the mood for spending all of this money that has been clicked into the system. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the upgrades and find a good spot that matches up with these cases. Perhaps I'll open 1-2 more to reach a good position in the game to like get a natural break, and then I'm going to stop this first episode really there. So getting the silver 3 now. Let us look into what that gives. I'm just gonna be, I mean, you guys can see it come up down there, the ones unlocked, just so it's there for reference. Cheers. So, next one, Silver Elite. Yeah, so that's 20 cases, and we have done that. So let's grab that. We're gonna get new unlocks up now. Nice telescope. Also one of those click bar arms dealer contract, very important part of the game that we really want. We may actually use it to complete some collections at some point, but not right now. But it is a very important part of the game. So, Silver Elite Master, yes, let's grab that. Again, seeing the upgrades coming so that we have a reference point where we can at least, if you need something below this part, you can find it in this video. It's getting late, so it's not going to be today, but I will add to the description of this video some reference points that you can use when looking for what is in it. Gold Nova 1, yeah, 35 cases. Now we have the first combo boost available. A very, very, very important upgrade in the game. They all are. Anything related to combo or clicking, that's the important part, in my opinion. Okay, we have more. A lot of stuff happening when you upgrade in this game. So, Gold Nova 2 requires 15 additional cases, so that is going to be in the next video. But let's do some cleaning here. So many good things that came. So many. Quite a bit, anyway. So the core here giving us more per tap. Yes, please. Offline income only matches up with the per second, and both are beyond imagining useless. Lucky coin, money per tap, yes, we want that. More tap power, yes, we want that. Combo boost 1, even more tap power came. Let's grab that first, if we can. There, 25, thank you. Deal contracts. Okay, more tap power. We're gonna get that first. Godly tap power. Yes, please. Okay, it was quiet. So let us see. Anything else here related to money? The combo boost 1. Yes, please. Also silent afterwards. So just to make sure, okay, we have the core here. Not per second, per tap. So yes. That was also a silent one. So nothing here. Per second, gives a case, gives blah 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 blah. Stat track guarantees. Mostly for fun, really, in the end game. So no reason for us to do them right now. Search, offline, Phoenix, per second, search, stat track, capsules, search bar, per second, unlocks, printer per second, cases, capsules, more knives, yes please, that we want, new achievement. If there is one thing we want, then it is more knives. So, critical chance, yes, because we're going to be clicking soon again, and we want more money for doing so. Critical chance again, yes. So those 700 bucks we had, they have been translated into earning more by getting a faster combo, by getting more per tap, and by getting double the amount of value more often. That is pretty much what we have spent all of this money on. Deal contracts, it's not important for us right now, but it is so cheap that we're going to get it anyway. So all we have left here is unlocking new capsules, new cases, getting money per second, faster case search, a few like freebie things, free things from this collection, offline income, and of course the stat track. That is kind of important, but at the same time pretty useless in these very first cases, I think. So this is the status. This is, let's just grab the stat track. They are so cheap. Unlocking the stat track 2, buying that, just in case we get that crazy knife at some point, and then it's now has a chance of being stat track. So I think that was unlocking everything that makes a little bit of meaning in my eyes in regards to this video and this method. Missions, capsules, achievements. Let's just grab them really, just so we have a clean slate when we start the next video, like that. Be done with it. That brings us almost halfway through the rank, which is nice. I'm not gonna do the capsules now because it would have no end if I don't stop at some point. So let us go into the statistics and see really the summary of the first gaming here. Let's just start from the top. We reached Gold Nova 1, Private 3, getting 0.0272 per tap, nothing per second. We have gained a total of 863 bucks, 178 worth of items. One knife is worth most of that value. Search per tab 1%, 18,781 total clicks, most of that being on money. 3% crit chance, 49 skins, meaning that we have an achievement right around the corner. Combo Ray Good times, 5x, 35 opened. So I'm thinking this is pretty much all that is worth sharing. This, however, is a nice way to end this video by looking at our butterfly knife. Not the best in the world, but a very nice piece of loot for getting just a small part of the game completed, but the fundamentals of really getting the game moving, I think. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Most importantly, if you have thoughts, comments, suggestions, anything in related to this video series, please do post them. All sorts of case clicker related questions, requests, stuff like that, please do add them in. Please refrain from posting your username here as a trade request. I have nothing against you guys doing that on all the other videos. I think it's super cool if you connect and trade with each other. I would like to try to keep like this series here a little more towards helping new players, and as such not too much trying to get their stuff if they're new and they don't really know how to trade and play and all that stuff. So I would be really happy if you would not do that here. Not because I mind you guys posting the usernames, I think that's super cool. Go ballistic, have fun with each other, trade, go nuts. Please don't do it here, because I want to keep this as hopefully a forum where new players have a little more space to ask questions and get replies. So a small request from me that I hope you guys think is cool. So anyway guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.